Hi, this is Anna Thea with The Art of Self-Love, and we are here to tell you about the new moon in Leo so that you can set your intentions and work with this new moon energy to empower you. And I am so excited because I have Tiffin Dillon here, and she is an astrologer. We talk astrology all the time. We have so much fun. Thank you, Tiffin, for being here with me.
Oh, thanks so much, Anna Thea. It is great to talk with you about astrology and to share the really big, creative, passionate energy of this Leo new moon.
I know, it's amazing. We were already talking about it, so we want to really get right into it and give the listeners the juice on it. And it really, what's so exciting about it is it's about relationship. So what do you have to say, Tiffin?
I definitely say that. We just pulled up the chart, and this new moon is taking place at 8:12 p.m. Pacific time on July 31st is the exact new moon. That moment when the sun and the moon are lined up exactly out in the sky. And this is the beginning of the lunar cycle. And this is a cycle that people have used for millennia to manifest, to mark time, and to mark time in a way of creating and growing things in their life. So at the new moon, we set an intention for how we want to show up in our lives or what we want to accomplish and what we want in our relationships. And talking about this through the lens of relationship is really powerful this month. And I think what we have our bookends of Mars and Venus, also in the sign of Leo, just sitting there right next to the new moon. And that is a phenomenal gathering of planets associated with our emotional selves, our feminine self, our masculine energies, all together in the sign of Leo.
Exactly. So for those that aren't that familiar with astrology, it's the man, the woman, and your emotions.
And your conscious awareness of all of that. The sun highlights our conscious awareness of it all. And so it's a beautiful way to look at our relationship with ourselves and the parts of us. Like you said, our emotions, our masculine and our feminine energies are all coming through this lens of Leo energy, which is so powerful, confident, creative. It's heart-centered. It's at that authentic core of who we are.
Yeah, and Leo, like I was talking about, and Leo is really, to be really truly Leo, you have to have a sense of confidence, self-esteem, and self-love. Yes. So this is the time to really set your intention about what you do want in relationship, how you do want to shine with your compassionate self, with your compassionate, loving heart,
Yeah. And when I think about, well, how do we set those intentions? We need to look at, well, how is our mindset? What's our perception tuned into? And in this chart of the Leo new moon, we have Mercury, that planet of perception and communication, in the sign of Cancer, which is, it's finishing up its retrograde on the same day as the new moon. And it's bringing us into awareness and alignment with our emotional needs and our nurturing and sensitivity.
Exactly.
Isn't that beautiful for relationship as well, to have a nurturing and caring way of perceiving and communicating?
Yep, I think it's awesome. However, it is in opposition to Pluto and Saturn, those big heavy hitters.
That's right.
So it really is giving you this time an opportunity to communicate and ask for what you need.
Yes.
In relationship.
In relationship. Yeah, that Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn is having us all examine our own authority, the structures, the expectations we have of ourselves and others to be in a certain way, to be in an order, a dynamic in our relationships that's like based more on history and tradition. And this opposition of Mercury and Cancer and Saturn, Pluto and Capricorn is having us all evaluate that. But asking for what you need, tuning in and listening and asking for what you need, bringing that focus to that communication is really going to be
I love it.
Really powerful energy the whole month of the Leo new moon.
So if you can see the chart, or if you're not familiar with astrology, everything is pointing over to the house of relationship, basically. And so that's what I find fascinating, is the way these charts actually show you just on a visual what's going on, I find that fascinating.
Right. And we talked about, relationship means how we show up with everyone else in our life and how we are perceived in relationships. And the importance of knowing who you are and what you bring to all of your relationships, and the power that you bring, Anna Thea, in working with people and developing their divine feminine and their self-love. You want to share about how people can do some of those practices this month?
Well, what I find often is people don't have a voice. I work a lot with women, but in general, I'm finding more and more people just don't have a voice. But what I do support women is in having a voice in their relationships, because lots of times they take backstage to the man in their life. And I like, and then it's not conscious equal partnership. And then they put on a smiley face and they pretend like everything's okay when it's not. And so this is your time to shine. This is your time to really claim your voice and ask for what you need. And don't be afraid. It might be a little bit challenging, but everything's pointing in the direction of really stepping in that place of that you matter, that your needs are important, that you have enough, and you have at this time really the stars are aligning in your direction, or the moon and the stars and the sun and the planets are aligning in your direction to give you that extra nudge to say, yes, I matter, I'm important, and I can ask for what I need. So
yes,
that's my 2 cents. That's what I see.
Love that. That is so true. And I see it as broader. It's like within relationship, yes, but our core relationship is to ourselves.
Totally.
And our life. And the Leo energy is the most self-focused, as in centered in yourself, right? Leo is ruled by the sun, the very center of the universe, and it really asks us to live at the center of our own life. And so for everyone, it's drawing on that personal strength, that personal authentic expression and creativity and confidence. And part of what I encourage my astrology clients to do and my coaching clients to do is to really live at that center of their life and to partner with the planetary energies, the astrology, to really co-create, to be in relationship with the universe. Right? For their own ability to be strong and confident and to shine from who they truly are at their center. And that's a big piece of what an astrology reading gives you, is the map or the blueprint of your soul, to know what are my unique energies and my unique strengths and patterns, and what are my unique challenges and my life path, and how can I live more in alignment with and more centered in who I actually am.
Yeah. Well, I love what you said, is going with the flow of the universal energies. We cannot, it's like going against gravity. It's not a good thing to do.
Right.
It's a lot of energy.
Right.
And so learning to go with the flow of it. And so really, I guess, asking the listeners, where is your Venus? Where is your Mars? How is the moon affecting you in your chart? Might be good to know, might be good to learn. And we can both have that.
And I think that can really deepen your sense of yourself and understanding of that. But I also want to stress to everyone that we can just tune into what's happening currently and follow the cycles of the moon and draw on those energies and know that this Leo lunar cycle is that time to shine from the core of your truth and to express yourself, have that voice, have the confidence to have your voice.
Bigger than life. Yes, exactly.
It's bigger than life. Leo energy is big and bright. Exactly.
Leo energy is, here I am.
Yes, from the heart. It's very much from the heart and the center. So that's true. So
I guess we should ask the listeners during this time when the new moon is, which is say the time exact again, because I'm
8:12 p.m. Pacific time on July 31st.
July 31st. Great. And so, how can, and then it's going to actually go for the next 2 weeks. That energy flows for the next 2 weeks.
Right. So the new moon intentions best set within 48 hours of that exact new moon. And then as we come to the first quarter of the lunar cycle a week later, that's time to really start putting into action our intentions. And then as we build towards the full moon, it's opening ourselves to a new emotional awareness. As the sun directly reflects on the moon, we have our emotional self fully illuminated, and we can have real breakthroughs in our understanding. So opening at full moon to like, what do I need to know? And what do I need to let go of in order to step more fully into my Leo confidence and creativity and courage, right? And then as the moon wanes to the third quarter moon phase, that's time to assess, how am I doing with manifesting my intentions? What else do I need to let go of, or what else do I need to put into action? And then as the moon wanes towards the next new moon, it's really time to like enjoy what we've created and surrender it. And be ready to like clear the slate for then the Virgo new moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just keeps on going and flowing and going and flowing.
Going and flowing. And like you said, we can't really, we can try to resist it, and human beings do try to resist it all the time, right? But I mean, when we met for the other day, you just had a flat tire, and that was like a Mercury retrograde kind of a thing. It's like your day just had to flow with that circumstance.
Exactly.
We just adapt and respond. And this Mercury in Cancer is really helping us respond to our emotions and our needs. And so we can really work with that. The whole month will have that imprint of that Mercury in Cancer. And so continuing the themes from the Cancer month into this Leo month, I think is a really beautiful transition.
Mm-hmm. All right, so how shall we end it? Set the intention on how can you really make you important? How can you ask for your needs to be met? How can you allow yourself to shine bigger than life? That's your challenge.
That's beautiful. And considering that you have the support of both the masculine and the feminine energies in this bright, shiny Leo energy.
Love it.
And if you'd like to reach out to me, you can find me at tiffandillon.com or on Facebook at Your Stellar Life, a private group where I share more frequently. And Anna Thea, how can people get in touch with your work? I know we're posting this in your blog, so they're connected already, but any other ways they can be in touch with you?
I'll just leave links down below, my website, and then the website page where you can sign up for an astrology reading. And I'll even put my school down there so you can see the courses that I have.
All of it. That's great.
I'll have some goodies down below for you.
And this kind of self-promotion and bragging and putting yourself out, that's the Leo energy, and we're all in it. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, thanks so much for having me. It's fun having these conversations and sharing with people more about how they can work with the astrology of the current time.
Thank you so much for being here, Tiffin. This was fun.
Thank you. It was really fun.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.